Let me ask you this. Where are you born and raised at?
I'm born. You know what's tricky? I would always say Valley, Louisiana. I'm gonna say Saint Bernard Parish. That's just because I'm gonna rep that regardless, because that's where I was raised at. I was born at Charity Hospital, so that's considered New Orleans. My
Okay.
mom and dad was living in the Ninth Ward on Jordan Street when I was born. So when I was taken from the hospital, that's where I was sent at.
Okay.
My grandmother was living in. I have two grandmothers, of course. Everybody do. One of them was in the Ninth Ward. One of them was in the parish. The one I loved the most and wanted to be around the most was in a parish. So I was always in the parish, which is St. Bernard Parish, Valley, Louisiana. I went to school from my grandmother's house. I had my friends from my grandmother's house.
Okay.
When I did my first jokes at 13, I was at my grandmother's house. Like, Violet, Louisiana is where I was raised. When I had to go to the Ninth Ward, I hated it. I never wanted to be there. I wanted to be in a parish. But when I got to high school, I went to school at Alpha Lawless Senior High. So I went to school in the Ninth Ward. When I became of age and able to get my own place, I'm like, I hate the parish. I want to be in New Orleans. I moved to the East. I raised all my kids in New Orleans East. I got a house in Slidell, then I moved to Houston. But if technically it's like a bounce, but if I had to tell you where I'm from, I'd say St. Bernard Parish.
Okay. Yeah, because my partner called Dog Wax. He living on First Street. I want to say
In Valley?
Yeah, he told me.
My grandma was
he said
on Third
Brooke,
Street.
right? He told me that.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I started to go around there one time, make a video in front that one time.
Yeah.
When I hit you in the DM, you didn't want to answer. I started.
You was gonna do all that?
Yeah, let you know, Brooke. I'm by your people. Where you at?
And that
What's
was
up?
gonna be a problem.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to
you
beef
wanted
with
the
you.
problem?
Because I know you
With
with
me?
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Because I know, listen, I watched you. I studied you since I've been home. I say, me and Jizzle done win that. I done made some money. I said, I know Brooke because you going to give me that energy because you're messy. You're real messy now. I watch you online. Go at everybody.
Messy.
What would you be doing, Brooke? How you get into with all these people?
Fine. I don't know why people have such a hate for me. But I'm a person, listen,
Okay.
if you read my book, I have a book called, when I tell you I'm an author, I have a book called From Bars to Boss. Because the reason for the title is because I've been doing prison time since I was 12.
Yeah.
My first year was in JCCY when I was 12.
What's JCCY?
LTI.
You been to LT up in Baker, Louisiana?
Yeah, I did a year when I was 12 years old. And it was always because I was raised to defend myself. Not raised by because my grandmother really raised me. She didn't say, I want you to defend yourself. It was because of the things, my grandmother had 10 kids, 50 grandkids, and she loved us all, so we always bottled in her house. And some things would go on that she knew nothing of. And one of my cousins molested me when I was a child, and that made me defend myself. Like nobody was there to help me. So it grew like this thing to where I'ma always take care of me. I'ma always make sure I'm good. I ain't gonna let nobody else hurt me. I'm gonna fight and fight and fight until I can't fight no more. So with that mechanism that I instilled into myself, I'm not gonna say in attack mode because I'm a Virgo. I never initiate, but I always respond because I wanna protect me and I wanna defend me. So when you see that shit on the internet, you might not see the other side. So it's gonna look like Brooke started it. Because I got a bigger voice.
Right.
I have a bigger voice. So when I respond, it look like there she go again. But it's only me responding to what I was attacked from. And I'm working on that. I'm praying to God all the time, like God. But it's just so hard because it's instilled in me. Like you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. We get in a fight, I might let you get the first lick. But I'm gonna handle mine after that. Or if you get in my personal space, I know, you're too close, let me do me. But it's never initiated, it's always a response. So I understand you sound messy, because you probably follow me and don't follow the person that was talking about me.
That's a fact.
Or the person that initiated the conversation.
Right.
But it's never me just waking up on no bullshit. It's me responding. And that's my problem. I gotta stop responding. But until God officially deliver me, I'm a responder. But I do like to, and people who support me for real and love me for real, they know she responding to something because they know I don't initiate.
Okay.
I would never get on the internet and just pick with somebody. I hate bullies.
How you get into it with the Rainbow family? How you, because the homosexuals. How you be having
I
beef?
got into it with them.
I saw you and somebody having back and forth.
Ooh.
D-Ray.
Oh, that don't have nothing to do with his sexual preference.
No. What I'm saying is like I'm thinking like usually a woman and a woman to beef, not a woman and a homosexual.
Well, he's a woman.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
So if he get arrested, he's going to the woman jail?
It's not about that.
You say he's a woman.
Internally, he feels he's a woman.
I understand what you feel, but if he get arrested,
he's
Brooke,
a bitch.
Bro, well, I understand all about what I'm saying. When you come to realization, and if the people pull us over, and we got something in this car, when they trying to separate, when you go this way,
he's going to the male prison. I'm going to the female prison.
Thank you. So
back
how
did I get into it with him?
There you go.
So okay, you know what? This podcast is gonna be too juicy because now you're going to hear. Let me tell you this. That is Keith Carroll's ex-best friend. Mm-hmm. So we're mutual. We were mutual friends. Mm-hmm. He took it up on himself. I was dating this guy out the night walk called 91 Big Dog, and I'm sure you heard of him because his dad is, and I can't even remember, the Other Desire. His dad is the one that said kidnap BG.
Keith Kizak.
Keith Kizak.
You used to date Keith Kizak?
His son.
Oh, his son, okay.
And at the time, after me and him had static, and it was times he told me, bitch, you will never leave me. You know how niggas do.
Yeah, we think we own y'all.
And when I wanted to cut it off, my store got burned down. Okay. And when I seen the video footage, I knew it was him. Of course, I didn't want to take legal actions because I knew he was in his feelings. I knew I had, a piece of him feeling the way he felt because you can't play with people's feelings or whatever. Anyway, me and Keith is really good friends. Mm-hmm. So if me and you were friends, you would meet Keith. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And by DeRoy being Keith's friend, he felt like I was bringing Keith around men that could potentially harm him. So he took it upon himself, me being a mutual friend, to text me and tell me, I don't like the way you bring my friend around your friends. I feel like he's in danger. I know I'm not trying to disrespect you, but I feel like you need to cut that off. Stop introducing him to these gangsters.
Have BG met him? Have BG and...
Yeah. I just told you, anybody, if me and you was friends, you would meet Keith, because that's my friend.
Okay.
So I felt like D-Roy was out of place. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Keith felt that way, or if he felt that way. So I before I responded to D-Roy, I forwarded to Keith. And I was like, how should I feel about this? How do you feel about this? And he felt like D-Roy was out of line. From that moment of me feeling he was out of line and Keith feeling he was out of line, it drew static. But it wasn't no real static. D-Roy seen everybody else attacking me and coming up, gaining followers, gaining likes, and he felt like if he do the same, he could gain followers and gain likes. And the reason I know that is because he made it to the public as if I made him lose his job. When Keith questioned him about, not questioning him, but why you putting it out there like that? Because you know you've been lost your job. Brooke ain't had nothing to do with that. Why you doing that? He said, I like my followers. I like my likes. Let him think that because it's making me famous. So his whole target was, I'm going to target Brooke. No real beef, but I'm going to target Brooke because when I mention her name, my likes go up. My followers go up. I'm getting fucking clout. So I'm going to do that. And I'm like, I should have saw it and not respond to him. But I felt like, bitch, you play with me. Like I say, defense move. Right. So I responded and that became a whole story. But it never was a personal attack between me and him or I don't know. It just, me and him don't have nothing in common or we wasn't hanging together outside of Keith for us to have real static. So that's null and void.
So y'all in good space now?
We're not, but it's no space.
Okay. So let me ask you this, out of everybody you went at it on the internet with, is there anybody that you like, I wouldn't mind hashing that out and just let bygone?
Nope.
You don't want to be friends with nobody?
No, listen,
you like
Jizzle is such a good friend to me. My kids keep me busy. I don't lose sleep over nobody, and there's not a friend that I lost that I want back.
Wow, okay. So let's get into this, because you went from federal to now millionaire. Bring me, what led you into a crime?
It wasn't crime.
What it was?
It was hustling.
Okay, well, what led you to hustling? To go to the...
You're going to say, because the statistics says that crime. committing crimes.
Of course.
But I felt like I was making money to take care of my kids, and
How you got caught?
how that
don't know.
parish.
No, I'm saying, look, where
I'm
were
about
you?
to tell you.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
about
give
to
it.
tell
Yeah,
you.
we need to know this.
So, and I learned so much from it, and that's why I am who I am today.
Right.
I learned so much. Now, I was born with the hustling mentality. I've been a hustler, right? So, I was down on my luck, down on my ass, and I'm not a beggar. I'm not gonna come to you because I know you have money and ask you for your money. I'm not gonna go to, you know, I want my own. I want my own. So it was me trying to take care of my kids without begging everybody for money, because I don't believe it. God give everybody 24 hours.
Okay.
I believe if you got the 24 hours I got, you make it useful. Make some money. I don't care if you cutting grass. I don't care if you doing hair. I don't care if you stripping. I don't care if you prostituting. I don't give a fuck what you doing. Make your money.
You cool with Jizzle cutting grass? If Jizzle was cutting grass, will you be cool with that? If you came through, your man got
we
that head
talking
cock.
about Jizzle.
I'm trying to say, yeah, he got
We
the head
talking
cock
about-
back, them
but
dread
we-
hanging.
we talk-
Is you cool with him cutting grass?
Well, we actually about to invest in a lawnmower to cut the cost of paying people to cut the grass.
That's what I asked you. I asked you,
And
he go
said
cut
was
other
gonna
people's
cut the
grass. Would you be all right with that?
Nope, I elevate him.
Wow, man,
I
y'all see
elevate
that?
him. I
Yeah.
elevate him with the knowledge that I have and the business mindset that I have. And I would, if grass cutting was his passion, I teach him how to be at the top.
You gonna give him
so
that
where
lecture?
everybody working for him.
You'll give him the one that drive, or you gotta get
He
pushed?
wouldn't have to do it because he has so many employees.
But what if he wants to? What if he say, no, baby, you know, I come from jail.
If that's what he want to do,
Right.
do it.
Okay.
By any means.
Yeah,
But
you-
we're going to make the most money out of it.
You gonna get the
It
gas
ain't
and
going
all
to be
that?
no small shit.
Okay, that's what's
It's
up.
going to be some big shit.
I like
Because
that.
they got a lot of landscapers make money, like real money.